Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to schedule a meeting with your students and how to manage their permissions so that students can't mute and or kick each other during a Microsoft Teams meeting. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Let me back out of this, get us back to the main menu. So this is where we left off in the last video after we created our team. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is schedule our class meetings. Okay. And so I know in Zoom there was just a personal meeting ID and you could click start and kids could join your session and you could do it that way and they wouldn't be able to kick anybody. However, if you do that with Microsoft Teams, you'll have to manage the permissions every single time you start. Okay, so you do have that option by just clicking meet up here and it will just open up a meeting, okay, in this particular class, in this 10th period testing class, but you will have to manage the permissions right then and there. So I'm going to show you how to do that very quickly if you want to do that. So we'll click meet. It'll bring us up in here, meet now. And then any kid who joins can just join up on the meeting. But before they join, you want to configure those permissions. And so over here in the top right-hand corner, we have people. We're going to click the three dots, and we're going to manage permissions. That's going to bring up a different screen. It's going to bring up your web browser. I'm going to share right now. It's going to bring up these meeting options, okay? And you're going to select who can bypass the lobby. This is the waiting room. Okay, I'm going to set only me. I'm the only one that's allowed to bypass the lobby. I want to make sure every kid who comes in, I'm just going to click their name and let them enter. Okay. Announce when callers join or leave. Yes, it's going to show up in the chat. That way you know if a kid came in late or they left early. You can see it and it's time-stamped. Great for documentation. Who can present? Only me. Only me. Okay. You cannot click on the specific people function yet. They don't have that one available. So only me. Only I can present. The students can still raise their hand. They can still video chat. They can still audio chat. They can do all those things, but only you can present, which means only you can share your screen. Only you can control everything. And they can't mute people or kick people. So then we click save. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing, go back into Microsoft Teams. And so then at that point, the permissions have been managed, so any kid who joins up in your meeting can then just join up, and they won't be able to kick people. Okay. However, and so that's one way that you can do it. But as soon as you end the meeting, those permissions are gone. So if you go and click meet again, you're going to have to then reestablish those permissions every single time you do one of those meets. Okay. Whereas if you schedule it, you can schedule those permissions ahead of time. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So we're going to click that box. We're going to click schedule a meeting. And we're going to give it a title, 10th. Okay, so this will be 10th period block A. All right, because we're on AB block. Okay. You can add required attendees. You don't have to. It's still going to show up in the team calendar anyway. This would just be really tedious. If you're trying to add every single student into this required attendees, and yeah, I wouldn't bother with it. So for the sake of getting all this done, streamlined process, we know that our A days are going to be Monday and Wednesday, and our B days are going to be Thursday and Friday. So we're going to just set up those days. Friday is a flex day; it's going to alternate, and so we're not going to set those up right now. Okay, so we're just going to set up on the first week of school. So this is going to repeat weekly. Don't put every weekday or daily because you're going to have different class periods in your teams, okay? And so if you put daily, then that's going to show up on that class period every single day. And they're not meeting every single day. They're meeting twice or 3 times a week, okay? And then obviously, like if you schedule second period every single day from 12:30 to 1 or from 12:30 to 2, and you go to try and schedule third period from 12:30 to 2, you're going to have a conflict. Okay. So you can set this up weekly starting on, and I'm going to start Tuesday next week. So this is going to be actually that's going to be block B. Tuesday starts block B. And we're going to do, and for the times being, we're just going to do 5:30 to 7 or 5:30 to 7 because that's 90 minutes. And you don't have to add a location or show details. You can do that if you want. If you want to tell the kids a little bit about what you're going to do, you can type out a little outline for the lesson that day, and they can see that. Or visit this link before the meeting day starts, etc. And then, watch this YouTube video and then be prepared to talk about it today at the meeting. And so we've set that up. It's going to happen that should be August 25th, should be a Tuesday. I don't know why it's saying every Wednesday. Weekly? Oh, I picked it wrong. I put custom. Oh, you can pick custom. Okay, so this is going to repeat once every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. See, and it's going to end whenever this pandemic allows us to come back to school. So I would just go to December, 17th. That looks like it's going to be the last week of school before holiday break. So this class will occur every Tuesday and Thursday, starting on the first day of school until December, and hit save. Okay. And so then you've got your class set up. Boom, done. You're going to click send so that it sends it out into the calendar. So it's going to show up in the general. It's going to say meeting right here, 10th period, block B, every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30. And then they can also see it in their calendar when the students log into their calendar. They're going to see it. Oh, and I had this testing class from previous, so I'm actually going to delete this. Oh, the team has been deleted. You're not a member. Yeah, I deleted it. So I'm going to remove this from my calendar so we don't see that. Okay, so then there's my calendar of my 10th period block B meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, and then so you could go into the Friday and you can set up the flex options. Okay, so you can put like every other week or something like that. And so that's that block. And so how do I edit the permissions now? So either from the general view or from the calendar, you can just click that meeting and it will bring you into the details, except now you're going to have this little guy show up, meeting options. Okay, you're going to press that and it's going to bring you, let me share it. It's going to bring you to the same screen you saw before for the meet now. You're going to select who can bypass the lobby, only me, and who can present, only me, and click save. And so then it's saved. All of those meetings from now on when you meet, that's been done. You don't have to repeat, do it. Okay. And so then when it's time to do that meeting, you can go into it like right here. Like when it's time for that meeting on your Teams, you click it either from your calendar or from the wall, and you can click join. Okay, and then it will start that meeting up. If you have it on the wall, I would suggest using these three little dots by hovering over this white bar. It brings up the emojis and clicking the three dots. And I would save this message just so that you have it all the time in case it gets buried. Okay, we don't want it to get buried in the chat. I wish there was a way to like pin it to the top, but I don't think you can do that yet. Either way, it's in your calendar. You can go to your calendar and it's Tuesday, block B. You can hit join and you can join up and then everybody can join in with you. Okay. And so that's great because then it's going to show up on the team calendar for all your students too. They're going to see that as well. Okay. And that's how you set up a recurring meeting for permissions. And I hope that works for you guys. So thank you for watching and I will talk to you later.